Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm going to be trying out a couple products from Physicians Formula. So I have been wanting to try this liquid blush since it came out. I've been hearing such great things, so I was so excited to find it. And I also picked up this cream bronzer. If you have watched many of my videos, you'll know I'm a huge fan of cream products because they can really be a quick, easy way to add natural looking color to the skin without building up texture. I'm so sorry I don't have an intro clip. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I did already start by adding foundation to my skin, but let's go ahead and jump right in and see how these products worked. All right, so like I said, I already have my foundation on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into bronzer and blush. So we're gonna try out this Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. The one thing that I will say about it is just with the tone that it has, it is definitely more of like a bronzer versus a like contour shade. So you can see like it's not like super warm by any means, but it's not going to give you that more like cool shadow. So we'll go through with this Jane Iredale blending and contouring brush that I received. If you guys haven't caught it, I'm wearing the Jane Iredale Beyond Matte Foundation. I received that through an influencer campaign, and so I'm trying that out today, and they sent this brush along as well, which feels so good, but it doesn't seem like something that I would want to blend foundation out with, so I wanted to give it a go with oh, look how beautiful that is. This definitely is a great brush for cream, and since these are synthetic bristles, at least I'm assuming they are, I will let you know in a little blurb down here if it's not, but they feel synthetic. But that's really the only thing I use for like cream products, because they're so much easier to clean up. They just don't absorb as much of the product, so not only do they waste less product, but they're just a lot easier to clean. And let's face it, like brush cleaning day is the worst day already, so let's make it a little easier on ourselves, and also then you're being cruelty free. I really enjoy this. As far as a cream bronzer shade, I love this. I wish that they would come out with something that's a little bit cooler toned. They did have a darker shade, but it didn't look cooler. It actually looked a little bit warmer. So if you're like medium to deep skin tone, you might really enjoy that one. This is the shade. So this says 9G01 on the bottom. I doubt that's right. So I will again look that up and let you guys know. I'm really, really liking that. What do you guys think? I love how I've got these like flying nun wings from my curls. That's cute. Just ignore that. I really like that. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the blush. Now, to be honest, when I went to Walmart to pick this up, because my Ulta didn't have these in, so I was like hunting them down, and I went to Walmart. I was going for this, and so I got two shades in this. This is the shade Gorgeous Peach, and I got both of these. I have tried this once, and in all honesty, it was kind of a nightmare, which really bums me out. It was getting such good reviews, and I was really excited. You guys know I love cream and liquid products, so I thought this would be a great one. I'm just kind of wondering if either I didn't use it along with the right foundation, or in all honesty, I didn't like use it properly. So this says shake well before use, and I did not do that beforehand. That really makes sense because probably the pigments and the liquid that it's sort of suspended in probably separate. And so it says pump to dispense a drop of blush elixir and tap to blend onto cheeks for a naturally flushed finish. It's a lightweight, easy to blend formula, revives cheeks for a visibly smoother, plumper, fresh, dewy look. So the one thing that I noticed is it is very watery, so it's really definitely a liquid blush versus like a cream blush. If you guys will be able to see before it like rolls down my hand. And that's gonna be quite a bit of product, like as it blends out, it's quite a bit. But I don't know, like I said, if see, now I feel like this is going to be way too much. So I'm just going to dab this in with a beauty blender just because I don't feel like my finger does the job. But before, when I used it, as I was saying, before I like just threw about 2 days worth of blush on my face, I used it with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, and I felt like it actually was like lifting up the moisturizer. So I don't know if it just really can't be used with something that's like a little more sheer and hydrating, or if it's just because I didn't shake it up well that all of those like suspension liquids just were coming out more than the pigment. I'm not really sure, but it definitely, like you guys can see even on this side, it stays with that like glowy look. So if you're someone who wants it to like dry down and not have that like wet look, you probably won't like this. And see, I feel like, let me zoom you guys in. So I feel like it picks up some of the foundation, and it kind of makes sense because it's so liquidy. You're basically like putting a serum over the top of your foundation, and so I feel like that maybe picked up some of my foundation. Sorry guys, my camera overheated, so I took the opportunity to do my eyebrows, which got a little crazy, so please enjoy this Wolfman look. And I also realized that I wasn't wearing any concealer. Like I said, I'm testing out that Jane Iredale foundation, and I had just thrown that on, and since that's more coverage than I'm used to, I didn't even think about putting on concealer. So I went ahead and just put a little bit like right through the inner corners, and then also as an eye primer, just to really give myself a little bit more light. But you guys can see here, I don't feel like that blush has a lot of color to it. It definitely feels tacky on the skin, but to be honest, this foundation feels a little tacky. No, it's the blush. So I don't really feel like I see a lot of color from the blush. It's very, very sheer, and it has a little bit of a tackiness to it. So if you don't like that feel of something that doesn't dry down, you won't like this. And the one thing, I don't necessarily mind that feel on my face, but I'm worried about like when I'm working throughout the day, if I'm leaning over shampooing somebody, my hair is going to get stuck to my face. So I'm definitely going to have to set this down just to hopefully get rid of a little bit of that tack. But I do really enjoy the bronzer. I guess I'm glad that I ran to get the blushes because I picked up the bronzer, but I don't know that these blushes are something I'll use. I did actually use whatever was left on my hand and just ran that onto my lips because I figure that it's got emollient quality, obviously because I can feel it on my cheek, and then a little bit of tint. So the bronzer is a big thumbs up. The blush, not so much. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up, and I will be right back. All right, so final thoughts on these products. I did go ahead and go through when I was doing the rest of my face. I went through with, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Rosé Champagne shade, the Rose Champagne shade, just because I needed a little bit more blush. This guy was not giving it to me enough. And if you want to know what beautiful glow is on my cheeks, you'll have to check out that Jane Iredale video. I love the bronzer. I did not put on any more bronzer. That's just that bronzer stick. So this one for sure is a win for me. I am actually going to do some math though, because Physicians Formula products are expensive. This was, expensive for the drugstore. This was between $10 and $14. And I'm gonna look at a couple of my other cream bronzers, like the Milk Makeup one and some of the other ones that I've used, and just see ounce to ounce the price difference, because sometimes some of these drugstore products are actually the same, if not more, than what you can get at like Sephora or, like a medium to high-end brand. So I'm gonna do a little math on that, and I will just leave a little blurb down here as far as that goes. But I do really like this product. If it does end up being a little less expensive, it's a great option if you enjoy cream products. So that's my take on these Physician Formula products. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried these liquid blushes. I'd really love to know, did I miss something? Like, am I just not using it right? Or is this just maybe not for me? Because I was really hoping to find a new drugstore cream blush, but for me right now, like I said, those Flower Beauty blush bombs are still gonna be my favorite. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you really soon.